by the man, Jose Bautista, who's become one of the best home run hitters in the game. Just in 2009, he only hit 13 home runs for Toronto, and just last year, 54 home runs. I don't know how he did it, Joe, but he's found that swing, and he does not get cheated.
No, he doesn't, and tied for the league lead now with 21.
With 21. It's unbelievable what he's done after coming in the league in 2004 with Pittsburgh, not being known for a home run hitter. To achieve the status that he has is incredible.
Well, it'll be up to the pitchers tonight to try to control things offensively. And for Atlanta, Tim Hudson tries to get back on track. He's a guy that has not been hot lately, but a guy who has been hot is Ricky Romero. 7 straight starts where he's pitched at least 7 innings. He's on a good roll, even though his record would indicate that he got off to a bit of a rough start. And as we all know, the Braves have been struggling against left-handed pitching this year. Well, one guy that has been getting it turned around, he's been a little hot and cold too, but got back on the right track yesterday, was Freddy Freeman. When we come back, Brian and I will talk about Freddy and what he's contributing to the Atlanta Braves right after this.
Academy Sports and Outdoors, by AT&T, by Delta Airlines, by the Georgia Lottery, and by Hyundai.
Another 3-game series of interleague play. The Toronto Blue Jays fresh off taking a 2 out of 3 series from the Cincinnati Reds, and the Braves losing 2 out of 3 to the Texas Rangers. Well, one thing that everybody looked forward to at the beginning of the year was Freddy Freeman, what he could do in the major leagues. Could he carry on the good success in the minor leagues into the major leagues? And he is the subject of our Sunshine House leaderboard tonight because of his good work. And last night, yesterday afternoon, a good day.
Well, he had a great day. 3 for 4, drove in a key run late in the game. But I watched this kid all last year. I love him. He makes adjustments. He got off to a slow start last year in Gwinnett. but he made adjustments every day. And this year, I see the same trends. He's making adjustments, and he's just getting better as the season goes on.
How about that? 13 multi-hit games over his last 36 games, and he's raised his average up a lot. Much more respectable at the 271. When you flip-flop those 1s and 7s, he's going to like that a whole lot. Well, we look forward tonight to the Toronto Blue Jays and the Atlanta Braves hooking up. These two teams have seen each other before, and Tim Hudson would like to get back on the right track. He has not had a lot of success in interleague play while pitching for the Braves. First pitch, right around the corner.
Blimpie by the Home Depot, by Academy Sports and Outdoors, and by Georgia Power.
Fans still filing in here as we get set for the first of three between Atlanta and Toronto, on a beautiful night for baseball, albeit a very warm one. It's been a hot day here in Atlanta. Temperatures in the low to mid 90s, and it's supposed to be a hot one for the rest of the week before the Braves head back out on the road for another West Coast swing. Let's take a look at our Suzuki starting lineup for John Farrell, the first-year manager of the Toronto Blue Jays. He'll have the former Brave Yunel Escobar, who was just in your picture, leading it off. Corey Patterson out of Harrison High School out in Marietta will bat second. Jose Bautista bats third. Adam Lind, the cleanup hitter. Aaron Hill is at second base batting fifth. J.P. Arancibia out of the University of Tennessee will do the catching. Rajai Davis, Jason Nixon, Ricky Romero round out their order. And they will face Tim Hudson tonight.
Well, Tim has really struggled, and I look back at his record. He's 1-4. His last 5 starts, he's given up 18 earned runs. He looked pretty good in his last win versus Houston last week, but he's not like the Tim Hudson we're used to. We hardly see ever an ERA over 4 for Tim Hudson.
We're not seeing the ground balls we're accustomed to seeing from him, Brian. And when you look back at some of his last couple of starts, you see some pitches up.
And you're right, we're not used to that. A sinker's usually breaking down in the zone, but he is getting blasted, leaving that ball up. Here, Jose Reyes had a real tough time versus the Mets.
Angel Pagan wrapped one around the right field foul pole. That was a big blow in his last start, which was a loss, even though it was a rain-shortened outing for Tim. He only went 4 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, 2 were earned. The defense behind Tim tonight for the left-handed starter
Nate McLeod, Jordan Schaefer, Jason Hayward remain the same in the outfield. Diori Hernandez gets another start at third base. Alex Gonzalez, Dan Ugla, and Freddie Freeman. David Ross, though, will start behind the plate. And to our recollection, you and I were trying to think of this before the game, we think it might be the first, if not the first, one of the first games that both McCann and Chipper have been out of the lineup at the same time.
It is the first time, and that's something that Freddie Gonzalez had hoped he never had to do. One of those guys would be in the lineup, but unfortunately Chipper's injury, facing a left-hander today, couldn't play him, and Brian McCann, he needs a day off.
Well, here's Yunel Escobar, fresh off a 2-year contract extension signing yesterday. That will pay him a total of $10 million beginning next season. And he leads it off against Tim Hudson, and the first pitch of the game is swung on, hit to the hole, and his counterpart, Alex Gonzalez, who he was traded for, throws him out. One pitch, one away.
Alex Gonzalez is just so smooth out there at shortstop. Looks like the ball just barely touches his glove, and it's in his hand, and he's already throwing it. Nice play.
And here's Corey Patterson. 271 average, 5 homers, 29 RBIs. It's like he's kind of resurrecting his career in Toronto.
He is. He went to Georgia Tech, matter of fact. And last year, he was pretty much out of the game, but signed on after the season started with Baltimore, played a little minor league baseball, and earned his way back in. He's having a really good year so far.
Sure is. One for his last 11 in that series in Cincinnati. 1-1 from Hudson. Blue Jays come in with a .500 record, 36-36. They're in 4th place in the American League East, 7.5 games back of the Red Sox. But they have won 4 of their last 6 games. 1-2. The umpires for this series: Angel Hernandez behind the plate. Angel Campos is at first base. Chad Fairchild at second. And Joe West, the crew chief, umpires at third. Just missed inside. 2-2.
Corey Patterson, one of those exciting guys. I mean, he has speed. He can play center field, left field, right field. He can do it all out there.
Always better numbers against right-handed pitching than left.
He has a pretty good pop to be so small.
Now he's got over 100 career homers in the big leagues and can run and do a lot of things to beat you. And has over 8 years in the big leagues now. The 2-2. Got him. There's a good sinker. Looked like he took a little off. May have been a straight changeup. First strikeout for Hudson and a good start for him.
And that's what we're used to seeing out of Tim Hudson. That ball just sinking down out of the strike zone. It's a good first strikeout for Tim Hudson.
And here's that man, Jose Bautista. He's hit in 4 straight, tied for the American League lead, the Major League lead in homers with 21, 46 driven in.
This guy has been incredible since last year, 54 home runs. And we talked about it earlier. He has 134 career home runs and 54 all in one season. And he's just starting to hit more. I mean, he's become one of the best power hitters in the game.
He has found a home certainly in Toronto. And when you think about this, I mean, everybody's going to immediately think, well, wait a minute, I thought the steroid era was over.
That's right.
It is.
And that was the first thing I said when we started talking. Hey, this is post-steroid era. And he comes in and hits 54 home runs last year.
Big swing, fouled that one back, 2-2.
And you can see he gets that leg kick up and his weight back. So he's swinging for the fences every time. But if you look at his average, You know, he's putting the ball in play, and he's leading the league with walks with 62.
Yeah, leads the major leagues in walks, leads the major leagues in on-base percentage. He has reached base in 24 straight games and 61 out of 64 for the year. Think about that one. Full count. Three for 8 in his career against Hudson as Adam Lind waits on deck, and he's been red hot. Payoff pitch. Back through the middle. Backhanded by Ugla. Long throw. Got him, and a 1-2-3 start for Tim Hudson. Hopefully a sign of good things to come tonight for Tim. The Blue Jays go in order, and the Braves coming to bat. The Suzuki starting lineup for Freddy Gonzalez tonight. Jordan Schaefer and Alex Gonzalez. Jason Hayward at the top of the order here in the first inning. Freddy Freeman will bat cleanup, and then Dan Ugla will bat fifth. David Ross sixth. Then the bottom third of the order, McLeod, Hernandez, and Hudson. And Ricky Romero, 26 years old, 6 feet 210 out of Los Angeles. Makes his 15th start of the year. His first pitch is a strike.
And this kid has been really rock solid for this Toronto starting rotation. Very consistent. 2 complete games on the season. Has that plus changeup versus right-handers.
Fastball, curveball, changeup. He's got a slider, but it's his 4th best pitch. 0-2 to Jordan is fouled off. Jordan looking for a hit. He's 0 for his last 12, hitting .226, a homer, 4 driven in. Doing a great job of working counts and getting on base, despite the fact he's 0 for his last 12.
How about yesterday? He saw 32 pitches and 5 plate appearances.
That's amazing. He's off that pitch just off the plate. Romero, a first-round draft pick in 2005. Hit up the middle and off the glove of Hill into center field. And Jordan does have his first hit of the night and snaps that 0 for 12.
Wow, good piece of hitting by Jordan. Just trying to put the ball in play here, not trying to do too much. It's a pretty nasty curveball where he just put the bat on the ball. And this is normally a double with Jordan Schaefer. He hits a single, he's gone. But he's been a big asset since coming up from AAA. As far as scoring early for the Braves, when he gets on, he usually score early.
It's a great new dynamic at the top of their order. Alex Gonzalez batting second tonight, former Blue Jay, hitting .250. Takes a strike. he could use a hit too. He's 0 for his last 17.
He's been seeing left-handers pretty good this year, hitting .317 with 3 home runs.
Unlike his teammates.
Oh, man.
He takes inside. Only Gonzalez and Freeman have decent averages against left-handed pitching. Because the Braves, as a team, the worst mark in Major League Baseball against left-handed pitching. Got him picked off. Jordan went on the first move. They got to hurry, and they got him. Schaefer caught for the 4th time. Romero guessed right.
You got to at least see one throw over there. I would have liked him to get off there a little more, test Romero's move before taking off. That was a pretty good move by Romero.
1-3-6 on the out. Grounder to short. So Escobar and Gonzalez trade ground balls to one another. 2 down. Story on Unell is that the Blue Jays have gotten a lot of the hot dog out of him. Now, Brian Butterfield has worked real hard with him, and his line to him, the infield coach for the Blue Jays, was, "I want you to be a boring shortstop." That's what he told him. Just be boring.
Well, Escobar is an exciting player, and sometimes you have to do that to young players. They're so used to it, it's a part of their game, but to make them a better player, you got to humble them.
Jason Hayward steps in, takes a strike. Had a big 2-run single yesterday. 7 homers, 17 driven in. Oh, 0-2. Had a great at bat yesterday for that hit, didn't he?
He sure did. Good piece of hitting. Fastball away. And he just drove it right into left field. Much needed hit with runners in scoring position for the Braves.
Breaking ball misses. Romero, again, 7 straight starts where he's pitched at least 7 innings. And over that time, since May 13th, he's 4-2 with the 3rd best ERA in the American League at 2.19.
Opponent's only hitting .229 off of Romero this year.
Braves have some lefties in the lineup tonight, and he actually has better numbers against right-handers because of that changeup. Only a .213 average by right-handed hitters, .269 by lefties. Line toward the right field corner. That'll get down. Bautista over to get it, but Jason's on his way to second, and he'll be in there standing with a 2-out double.
Nice start for Jason Hayward. Fastball on the inner half. Did a good job getting his hands in on that ball. How many times you seen this in the minor league? Jason Hayward and then Freddy Freeman follows him. 2 guys drafted in the same year.
Freddie yesterday was doing a great job of hitting the ball up the middle, being patient. He takes a strike.
One thing Freddie said after the game is the adjustment that he made is getting that front foot down quicker, and that keeps him upright. And he was driving the ball yesterday.
Dodges that one, 1-1. That fastball at 93 from Romero.
Freddie just has a bright future ahead of him. He's one of those guys that's not going to stay in a slump long because he's making adjustments all the time.
Chase that one down and in on the count, 1-2. Another good fastball, 94 from Romero. That's pretty much the top end on his fastball.
That's just not being patient there. That was a fastball out of the zone.
Got him swinging. First strikeout for Romero. Braves get a couple of hits, but they leave a runner in scoring position. And we go to the second. No score. Two, three in the top of the first. We go to the second, and Adam Lynn will lead off for Toronto. He's our Georgia lottery, hitting the jackpot since he came back from the disabled list with a lower back strain. I'd call that pretty hot.
Wow. He is red hot, Joe. Not just to add, in 47 games this year, he's played in 15 home runs, which is 7th in the American League, and 44 RBIs, which is 12th. He's made up a lot of ground,
I'll say. And hitting .331 overall. Good changeup, 1-1. Tim Hudson's numbers can really only improve in interleague play as an Atlanta Brave because they have not been pretty. 2-1 the count. With Atlanta in interleague play, his numbers 2-14 in 18 starts and a very high ERA. He was 10-2 in interleague play while he was with Oakland. Another good changeup, 2-2.
That's hard to believe, Joe.
You
dominated pitching against American League hitters when you were with Oakland.
Yeah.
And now you struggle.
I remember seeing the numbers like that existed like that last year, and I just thought it was a misprint.
I think that just goes to prove that American League pitching is different than National League pitching.
To the right side, off the glove of Freeman, and he can't corral it. That looked like it was going to head into right field. Going to be a tough play for Ugla, too. Braves made 8 errors in the Texas series. We'll wait to see how they score that one. Another error. I don't know. Ugla might have been able to get to that.
I believe Ugla would have made the play here. But that's a ball Freddy Freeman normally gloves.
So the leadoff man aboard for Aaron Hill, hitting .245, 3 homers, 28 RBIs. He was a #1 pick for the Blue Jays in '03 out of LSU. He and Tim Hudson have something in common, comeback players of the year. Hill won it in '09 for Toronto after missing a lot of the '08 season with a concussion. Did he go? Yes, he did, says first base umpire Angel Campos.
Aaron Hill just 2 for 11 on the road trip.
Yeah, he went. He spent some time on the disabled list with a right hamstring strain. Had a horrible year last year Average-wise, hit 205. One and two the count.
I like the way Tim Hudson's keeping the ball down early.
He's got good movement too. John Farrell, their new manager, calls his offense and his strategy kind of a little more National League-like than most American League teams, kind of little ball. But one thing they certainly are doing is stealing. Lind has a very short lead over there. Just 1 out of 2 in stolen bases. Full count now to Hill. But Toronto has stolen 63 bases, already more than they stole all of last year.
5th in the league in slugging percentage at .418.
Well, if they like the run, you figure Lind will be moving, but not. And a swing and a miss. Good thing he wasn't. Second strikeout for Tim Hudson.
Pretty good slider right there by Tim Hudson. Kept it down in the zone. Haven't seen too many mistakes up so far.
JP Arancibia, the catcher, hitting .229, 10 homers, 34 driven in. He drives one to left. That's going to get down for a hit. McLouth over to cut it off before it gets to the wall, and he'll hold Lind up at second base. First hit of the night for the Blue Jays.
And I think I jinxed him because he got this ball up over the plate. And JP did not miss it. Good job by Nate McLouth cutting this ball off and getting it back in and holding Lynn at second base.
Nate with a terrific catch yesterday, robbing David Murphy of a line drive hit. This is Rajai Davis. They got him from Oakland in the offseason for a couple of minor league pitchers. Pops up the first pitch. Freddie on the run over by his friend the Tarp, but he's got this one. 2 outs. Seems like Freddie and that Tarp have had run-ins a few times that haven't been all that good for Freddie. There's a fast out and a good one. And Jason Nix, the brother of Lance Nix.
Lance Nix, that's right.
Washington. Jason's not having the kind of year he'd like. He's got 129 at bats too for that 178 average. 4 homers, 16 RBIs. He and Ugla ought to take one another to dinner and
that's right.
Try to figure it out.
Talk it over. Try to correct each other.
Hudson gets ahead of him quickly. Two. Tim's home and road splits favor his work here at Turner Field. 8 home starts, a 3.02 ERA, and just a 2.12 average against him here. One and two on the breaking ball.
Tim is doing a great job keeping that ball down in the zone. He made that one mistake, but he went right back down and away to Jason Nix.
Nix split time last year between Cleveland and the White Sox for coming to Toronto this winter. 1-2 popped up. shallow right field. Hayward says he's got it. And he does, and the Blue Jays leave a couple of runners on base. So far, so good for Tim Hudson. Dan Uggla will lead off the second for Atlanta.
Great years. Experience all the comfort and amenities you expect at an unexpectedly low price. Jameson Inn. Live large, pay less.
Good look at downtown Atlanta. A little hazy tonight, as it has been all day with the heat and humidity. But a good turnout tonight here at Turner Field for game one of this three-game series between the Braves and the Blue Jays. Dan Uggla, David Ross, and Nate McLouth due up here in the second. And Dan Uggla up there hacking away, 0-1.
Trying to be aggressive. Romero's been going strike one with the hitters. And when you're hitting 108 versus left-handers, you got to be aggressive.
108. That computes to an 8 for 74 for Dan on the year.
It's that same outside pitch he's been struggling with all year long.
Just a little outside, 0-2. Ricky Romero's last start came against Baltimore. He beat him 4-1. 8 innings of 3-hit baseball, 4 walks, and 12 strikeouts. Again, his fastball is good enough, Brian, to keep you off all his other stuff.
That's right, especially right-handers.
Yeah.
Throw that fastball in, and then he throws that nasty changeup away. Here he's setting up ugly with that fastball in, and probably going to go away here. There it
exactly
is.
That. Good call, Brian, and second strikeout for Romero.
Good pitch just off the plate. Probably would have been a ball, but too close to take with 2 strikes.
It's called a, assuming he's still throwing it the same way, a Vulcan changeup, where he actually holds the ball between his middle and ring fingers.
Wow.
A la Spock. and then it has a split finger type movement to it. We saw it right there where it really goes down. David Ross first pitch swinging up the middle, but Escobar ranges over there and throws him out.
Two really good defensive shortstops playing today.
Yeah. And they got a little something at stake too.
Exactly.
They traded for one another.
You want to outplay one another.
Apparently the story is that you now had one play in spring training after they were asking him to be boring, where he tried to flip the ball behind his back to the second baseman and threw it away, and that's the last time he's done anything like that. Nate McLouth dodges a breaking ball.
Hats off to Butterfield.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to take control because he has too much talent to be out there showboating. He has such an upside.
2-0 to Nate, who was 1 for 3 yesterday in his return.
Nate's had a rough time. He got hit yesterday in the knee. In his last rehab game in Gwinnett, I was calling. He got hit in the hand.
Yes, he got hit in the knee on the first at bat. I thought, well, welcome back. 3-0. Diori Hernandez would be next, 2 out in the inning. Taking all the way, and it's low for ball 4. And when you talk about these two shortstops that were traded for one another on July 13th of last year, Brian, some numbers that are pretty similar.
Pretty similar. But one thing I can say about both of them, that defense is just fantastic. Who wouldn't want those guys playing shortstop behind him as a pitcher?
You know, with a little better average, but Gonzalez with better RBI totals. And that's 5 straight that have missed. And Arancibia out to to talk to Romero.
Diori Hernandez, he squared up some balls yesterday. He's just having some tough luck right now.
Boy, I mean to tell you.
He's swinging the bat pretty good.
Struck out his first time up yesterday, but then lined to short and hit a rocket to left field. And then put down a good sacrifice bunt in the 8th.
He's really done a good job off the bench for the Braves this year.
Over the top of that off-speed pitch, 1-1. Same pitch. A ball and 2 strikes.
It's a good timeout by JP. He's struggling with his fastball. Threw a couple off-speed pitches for strikes there.
Tried a backdoor breaking ball and missed. Tim Hudson on deck. No score, bottom of the 2nd. There goes McLeod. The pitch is in the dirt, and Nate will have a stolen base. His 2nd of the year.
That's a good job by Nate McLeod. Taking a chance here. 2-2 count. Just walks into second base.
Let's see if they want to go after Diori here or pitch around him a little bit and work to Hudson. Off the plate, little dribbler towards second. Hill with a nice play, and the inning is over. Again, the Braves get a runner into scoring position but can't get him in. And we go to the 3rd inning scoreless. by AT&T Uverse, by McDonald's, and by Toyota. Third inning here at Turner Field. Pitcher due up, Ricky Romero, then Escobar and Patterson. Tim Hudson off to a good start. He's given up one hit, one runner reached on an error, but he's fanned a couple and keeping the ball down. And early in the ball game, that's a problem, or has been a problem for him. And Ricky Romero looking for his first big league hit. To Alex, one pitch, one away. Take that.
A way to do Tim Hudson a favor.
Yeah, these first three innings have been a problem.
Well, let's get through these first three. This inning. And that was only the second ball he kept up in the zone there, and Ricky could just hit a ground ball to shortstop.
You know, first pitch swinging again, and again he hits it right to Alex Gonzalez. Same result. 2 down.
2 pitch, 2 down.
Got to throw this one right down the middle, don't you? Or almost.
You know Corey can't be swinging at it. There's no way Corey goes up there and swings the first pitch. If I'm the manager, I'm taking him out of the game if he does that.
Of course, he was a #1 pick himself. 3rd pick in the whole draft back in '98 by the Cubs.
What a career he had at Georgia Tech.
Back to the mound. A 4-pitch inning. Tim Hudson handles it just fine, and he'll take a 4-pitch inning every inning. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. And all season long, Atlanta Braves baseball is being presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors. The right stuff, the low price. And Tim Hudson will lead off for Atlanta in the 3rd inning. He's 1 for 25 on the year. Against Ricky Romero.
Has to be feeling good after a 4-pitch inning.
You bet.
Kind of see a hit coming right now. It's almost like making a great play and leading off.
Going to have to choke up and go to right here. 0-2 the count. One and two. The Astros and the Rangers renew their Texas rivalry tonight in interleague play in Arlington, Texas. One hopper back to the mound, and Romero will throw out Hudson one away. They play for some boot, like a trophy that's a boot.
A cowboy boot, huh?
Yeah, that's symbolic of who wins the season series between them in interleague play. Jordan Schaefer singled his first time up, hit it up the middle off the glove of Aaron Hill. In games where he scores runs, the Braves are 10-3. Gotta like that ratio too.
He's just fun to watch once he gets on base. He can just flat out fly.
Drops a bunt down, but Romero is right on that. Good play. Romero kind of saw that coming, and he was on top of it.
Well, he's an athlete too, so he just pounced off the mound so quick. Look how fast he got off the mound. It's an easy play.
He was 14-9 last year for Toronto with an excellent ERA in the American League of 3.73. And they rewarded him last August with a 5-year contract extension for a total of $30 million. Alex Gonzalez fouls that one off with 2 outs. 0-1. Bad news out of St. Louis, huh?
Oh, man, terrible news. Albert Pujols fractured left forearm, out for 4 to 6 weeks.
It looked bad too, and if you saw the replays,
I'm really happy it wasn't his wrist. I think if it was his wrist, he's out for the whole season. But he can come back from a forearm fracture.
in the air to left field. Pretty well hit. Patterson, though, going back has room, and he'll make the catch. And that'll end the inning. Pretty fast inning for Ricky Romero as well. We've played 3 innings. That was just a 9-pitch inning for him. We go to the 4th. Braves with 2. News and notes around baseball. You were just talking about Albert Pujols. There's some other things going on too, Brian.
Well, Jack McKeon back with the Marlins at the age of 80. Wow, he will never retire. And then Justin Verlander How good has he been? 4 complete games this season.
I know, and 7 straight wins. Pretty amazing stuff. Jose Bautista grounded out his first time up and takes a strike. Jack McKeon managing at age 80. Bobby Deuce came up to me today, Brian, and said that he had interviewed for that job, but they told him he was too young.
Bobby Deuce.
I thought that was pretty funny. He's a crack up. One hopper, gloved by Alex. Spins around, throws him out. Nicely done. Made it look easy, like you said, Brian. Real easy.
Wow. That ball was hit hard. Nice little spin move. So calm. No panic.
Adam Lind reached on an error by Freddy Freeman in the second inning. Stopped at second on a base hit to left by Aaron Sebia with 1 out. They were left stranded when Davis and Nix were retired. Good breaking ball to start him. 6 home runs in his last 12 games for Adam Lind. He's up to 15. And 0-2 to him. This is the Tim Hudson we know and love tonight.
That's right. Keeping that ball down in the zone, away from those power hitters.
I'll move him off the plate. And struck him out at the same time. A little backup on that fastball, and that's strikeout number 3 for Hudson.
Like he surprised him, leaning right there. I don't know what he was looking at. That's on the inner corner of the plate. Good call by Angel Hernandez.
Hill struck out his first time up. Takes another strike. That's foul, and he's in the hole 0-2. And a reminder, fans, that Delta Airlines is a proud sponsor of the Atlanta Braves. Pitchers ever get tired of rubbing up the baseball? They put so many new ones in play now. Spend half their time out there rubbing it up. Struck him out again. Another quick inning for Tim Hudson. He's pitched 4 shutout innings. He's only thrown 43 pitches.
Nice.
Game summary, both pitchers on their game tonight, Brian.
Yes, they are. Hudson has been really good keeping the ball down in the zone. Ramiro, that was a nasty curveball, and then the slider by Hudson. Just going back and forth.
Jason Hayward doubled his first time up. He leads off the fourth inning. His average up to 220. Chops that one to first. And Lynn will toss it over to Romero, 1 out. And Freddy Freeman will hope for better results. He struck out his first time up.
Freddie got a nasty 2-strike curveball breaking away from him, and you said it, set him up with that inside low fastball.
Yeah, that pitch, I think the hardest one he's thrown tonight, that was 94. There's a good one at the knees at 92. He'll throw it 2-seam, he'll throw it 4-seam. It has good late action on it. One and one.
The thing I like about both of these pitches tonight, they're going strike one. They're getting ahead.
Well hit into right center field. But Bautista's there, and he'll make the catch. Freddie got that one a little more off the end of the bat than I thought. And there's 2 down. Some other news out of Florida tonight, and they're in a rain delay. They haven't started their game under Jack McKeon. But after some lackadaisical play yesterday under the interim manager, and because he was late to the ballpark today, Hanley Ramirez was benched by Jack McKeon.
Wow, a lot of things falling apart for those Marlins right now.
Dan Uggla struck out his first time and swings and misses there.
Ramiro, 11 out of 14 hitters, first pitch strikes.
Tough play. Charging in is Nix. Throws on the run. Didn't get him. Dan Uggla runs hard to first no matter what the case, no matter what he's hitting.
Well, he does give 110% regardless of what he's hitting offensively. Just runs everything out, and he beat this ball out for a base hit.
Good hustle. And David Ross will be the batter. He grounded out his first time up.
Great guy to have on your team, David Ross. Keeps the team loose. Talk to him before the game, and always with a smile on his face.
And always speaks.
He was my teammate with the LA Dodgers back
was he?
in 2002. He told me his age today, and I felt like, wow, I'm really old. You were that young?
He was just breaking in then, wasn't he?
Yes.
He's ahead in the count, 2-0. Uggla draws the throw.
Uggla with 1 stolen base on the year.
And 3-0 now to Ross. Nate McLouth on deck. Nate drew a walk his first time and stole a base. Ross with a green light, 3-0, pulls that one foul.
Wow, a little surprised. 3-0, green light.
I like it though. I mean, this guy's so tough and he's been pitching so good that you never know. It may be the one pitch you get tonight that David could drive out of here. We all know he's a good fastball hitter. 3-2. May have been looking for something off speed there.
Definitely was guessing there because that ball was right down the middle, 93-mile-an-hour fastball.
So Ugla will be running on the pitch. He just doesn't want to leave too early and risk getting picked off. Lind will play behind him. Ugla goes, and the pitch is inside, and the Braves have him at first and second with 2 out for McLeod. Second walk for Romero. He did walk 4 in that last start against Baltimore when he went 8 innings and struck out 12. Look out into the crowd right over the top of the Blue Jays on deck circle. Like a lot of the Braves pitchers that we've shown you this year, when the going gets a little tough, their numbers certainly start shrinking.
181. Runners in scoring position. That's stepping up.
Yep. That's over but low, and the count 1-1. First aid folks and ushers right on the scene. That fan that was struck by the foul ball. Nate takes low again, and it's 2-1. McLeod's numbers against left-handers certainly not what he'd like them to be. He's 9 for 49. That's a 184 average. But he's drawn his 6th walk tonight against the lefty. And now 3-1 with Diori Hernandez on deck. This worked before when Aaron Sibia went out and calmed him down.
Well, he went to his off speed last time JP did this. Losing a little command on that fastball.
John Farrell for 4 years was the pitching coach for the Boston Red Sox before taking over for Toronto as the manager. And another former manager that was in your picture there briefly, Don Wakamatsu, who was his bench coach who managed in Seattle. The 3-1. Fastball lifted into left field. Fairly deep, but Patterson has room. And in fair territory, he'll make the catch and end the inning. So another good visit from the Toronto catcher. Braves leave 2 on. We go to the 5th, still scoreless. Brian, let's take a look at our AT&T U-verse trivia question. Jose Bautista, the subject tonight. Since the start of the 2010 season, the start of last year, who's the only player with more RBIs than Jose Bautista? He drove in 124 last year. He's driven in 46 this year.
Go out on a limb and say Mark Teixeira.
Pretty good pick. JP Arancibia leads off the 5th inning and takes a strike. Tim Hudson had a 9-pitch inning last inning, and they were all strikes. Starts the 5th inning the same way and gets ahead of another hitter. Arancibia made quite a debut last year, Brian, the kind we'd have all liked to have had on our first big league game. On August 7th, he had 4 hits and 2 homers. That's a pretty good way to break in.
Oh, man, yes it is.
He was only the 2nd player in Major League history to have 4 hits and 2 homers in his first Major League game. The other guy to do it, I know you remember him, Charlie Riley, did it for Columbus in October of 1889.
You said I would remember him?
Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 5 for Tim, and he has set down 9 in a row.
One of those nasty sliders breaking away once again.
And that was strikeout number 1,600 in his career. Fans giving him a standing ovation for that milestone. Derek Lowe going crazy over there in the dugout. Ajay Davis also touch of class there, letting Tim have his moment. A good breaking ball, 0-1. Oh, and 2.
Wow, Ross is doing a good job of staying right outside. There's no need to throw an inside pitch anymore. He is painting that corner.
Since that 1-hit shutout he threw against Milwaukee back on May 4th, he's had really 1 start in there since then that you would say was somewhat comparable. A 7-inning stint against the Phillies where he got no decision. Maybe 1 against San Diego, another no decision. 6 innings, gave up 1 run, no walks, 7 strikeouts. But this is by far the best outing in my memory that he's had since that complete game effort.
Tim is such a competitor. You know he's in that video room trying to figure it out.
One and 2 the count to a fast runner. Just missed. He didn't offer that time. That might have been a cutter. 2 and 2. And now a full count. Only 2 base runners for the Blue Jays tonight. Lind reached on an error leading off the 2nd. 1 out later, Arancibia had a base hit. They're the last 2 to reach. Payoff pitch. Struck him out.
Went right back to that slider away. down in the zone.
6 strikeouts.
And as a hitter, 3-2 count, you got to figure he's going to come in one time. But he's not doing it. And it's working.
That was my problem. I always figured wrong.
That's right. You start guessing.
Yeah. Jason Nix popped to right his first time up. He's first pitch swinging. And Brian Butterfield, a one-handed catch, makes a friend in the crowd. Let's take a look at our Jamison Inn upcoming schedule. The Braves have 2 more games on this homestand left with Toronto tomorrow night at 7 o'clock on Peachtree TV and Fox Sports South. And then Wednesday on Sports South, a 1 o'clock start. That'll be JoJo Reyes who will make his return to Atlanta against Brandon Beachy, who comes back from the disabled list. Nice play by Deori Hernandez. And Hudson has another 1-2-3 inning. He's retired 11 in a row. And Hernandez, who makes this good play, will lead off the 5th for the Braves. Inning. Time to take a look at our McDonald's fan of the game. Get after it, lady.
She's getting her groove on.
I guess.
Nice hat. I like the hat.
Uh-huh. Okay, you earned that.
Having some fun at the ballpark.
Deori Hernandez grounded out off the end of his bat his first time up. Now sends one to the backhand for Escobar. And that strong arm throws him out. 1 pitch, 1 out for Romero. He's only thrown 61 pitches. And he's getting the Braves to put it in play. He has struck out only 2. He's walked a couple. Tim Hudson hit a comebacker his first time up. Down the line. Oh, just missed the bag. Joe West making the call. That was foul.
Jason Nix playing on the line on the pitcher.
Uh-huh. And deep. A little low, 1-1. College World Series going on in Omaha, playing in that new ballpark in Omaha that looks beautiful.
Oh, my, it does.
Romero was on a national championship team at Cal State Fullerton. Down the right field line this time, but that'll slice foul. I believe North Carolina eliminated Texas today. Last I heard it was 3-0, bottom of the ninth. There was 1 or 2 outs.
Well, two SEC teams are playing each other, Florida and Vanderbilt tonight.
Tim hanging in there. That was a final, I'm told. North Carolina still alive. White Sox and Cubs are renewing their crosstown rivalry in interleague play in Chicago. White Sox have 3 in the bottom of the first and still batting against the Cubs off Carlos Zambrano.
What happened to the Cubbies this year? A lot of people were picking them to compete in that Central. Picking up Gaza from Tampa last year. That was a huge pickup.
And 13 games under 500 as Hudson spoils another good pitch.
You still got Dempster. I mean, they had a pretty good starting rotation.
Got a good closer in Marmol.
Those Brewers are starting to come strong.
Yeah, except that Boston really took care of them the last 3 days. Beat up on them. There goes Hudson. Took a little off, and Tim was over the top of it, and that's strikeout number 3 for Romero.
Right now, Boston's taking out a lot of teams.
Yeah.
They are hitting stride, even with the injury to Crawford.
Milwaukee still has the best home record in baseball, though. They're 25-9 at Miller Park. That's what the Braves got to get back to. What they had last year here at home, and they had one of the best records at home in baseball. Jordan Schaefer takes high. He's 1 for 2 tonight. Braves came into play tonight 19-17 at home. And the Blue Jays have actually been a good road club this year. They're 1 game over 500 at 19-18, but they are 11-6 over the last 17 road games. Heads up. 1-2 to Schaefer.
Well, missiles hitting to the stands tonight.
And again, Braves personnel on top of it. Stadium personnel. Another one. Jordan doing a good job here of just waiting to see the ball and trying to fight it off, put it in play. Curveball got him, and a good one. Back-to-back strikeouts, and that'll end the 5th inning. Braves go in order. 5 shutout innings for both pitchers. We go to the 6th. 6th inning. Scoreless contest. Here's our Home Depot know-how question of the game. Comes from Melba in Hampton, Georgia, who wants to know, Brian, what's the most difficult aspect for an outfielder changing positions from center field to left?
You know what? Just reading the ball. And I always say once you can play center field, you can play everywhere. But reading the ball, left-hand hitter, the ball's going to run to the line. So when you go over to left field, you just got to know that ahead of time. But it's pretty easy. Nate is a great athlete, and it's an easy adjustment for him.
The pitcher Romero leads off the 6th inning. Grounded out his first time up, still looking for his first big league hit. Only 58 pitches so far for Tim Hudson. We're in the 6th inning. 41 strikes, 17 balls. And how about this? Coming into this inning, in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th innings, he'd thrown 26 pitches, 21 for strikes.
That's coming in with a game plan. Being very aggressive.
Ross takes that one off the foot. 2-2.
Good fastball right down the middle. A little up in the zone.
He actually got him on the heel without any protection. Got him again. Uh-oh. Fired off the strikeout thing. They're a little premature there. Hang on.
Maybe they know something we don't right now.
Maybe they do.
Let's see this next pitch.
Hold the phone. Okay, fired off. Now, shoot it. Now, fireworks, now. Okay, maybe not. Strikeout number 7 for Hudson. Hopefully the fans here in Atlanta are saying "you" for Unell and not booing. He has swung at the first 2 pitches here tonight that he has seen and has grounded out to short both times. He'll take that one. Probably remember the story of Unell coming over from Cuba on a boat with about 30 other people. So they did a good job just keep from falling out of the boat. There were so many of them. Again to short, backhanded by Alex. Nice play. 2 down. Unell will have to pick on somebody else.
Oh man, yes he does. Has to be frustrating too. Come back to Atlanta, former team, you want to do so well. And you keep hitting to the guy that you got traded for.
And here's Corey Patterson. He has struck out and hit a comebacker to the mound.
And Joe, I must correct myself. I said Corey Patterson went to Georgia Tech. His brother went to Georgia Tech. And his dad was a former NFL player.
Right.
A bunch of athletes in the family.
Yeah, Eric was the Georgia Techster. Corey signed right out of Harrison High School. And I got to correct some too. I said Marietta. That's actually Kennesaw. Right next door.
How did that happen? Dad was a DB in the NFL with Detroit Lions, New York Giants, and both of your sons go play baseball.
He was probably saying, you know what? I'm going to make a decision for you. No pads.
That's right. Football's not guaranteed. Go with the guaranteed contracts.
Although I know your son Bryson's looking forward to his high school football season in Norcross this coming fall.
Yes, he is.
Working hard to get ready.
Well, actually, he's at Buford High School.
He's at Buford.
Buford High School, yes.
Good changeup, 2-2.
But it's amazing. His favorite sports right now, football and basketball. And I'm trying to put him in a headlock to play baseball. Stay in baseball. Keep your options open.
Right. The 2-2 to short. Don't hit it there. Good hustle by Patterson, but he's out by a step. That's 14 in a row set down by Hudson. And Jason Hayward due up second in the 6th inning for Atlanta. Gonzalez, Hayward, and Freeman due up. Alex is grounded out and flied out. Ricky Romero goes to work. He's allowed 3 hits, a leadoff single to Schaefer in the first, a double to Hayward in the first after Schaefer had been thrown out trying to steal, and a single to Ugla in the fourth.
Alex put a good charge into the ball last at bat, deep left field. But Corey went back and got it.
Well, the way things are going right now, 1 run would be huge. 3-0. So a guy who doesn't walk much. Alex goes up there hacking. There's 12 walks in 274 at bats. 3-1.
Talked about that 3-0 green light. That might have been the pitch for Gonzalez, like you said, to drive out of the ballpark. Probably won't see that again.
Lifts that one toward the gap, though, and that's going to get down. Davis will have to chase that one all the way to the wall. And Alex Gonzalez with a leadoff double here in the 6th.
Good job of being patient, getting the count to 3-1, and that ball's actually down in the zone, and Alex went down and got it.
13th double of the year. And now a little ABC baseball in order here. See if Jason can get him over or in.
He has to make sure he pulls this ball to the right side.
Double for Alex, snapped an 0 for 19. Two and 0 to Hayward. Braves have gone in order just 2 innings, the 3rd and 5th. They've had runners and had a couple in scoring position, but now a leadoff double. And a 3-0 count. And with a 3-0 count, here's our Delta Airlines on deck, and that's Freddy Freeman, who has really good numbers so far in his interleague games.
Look at the Braves' numbers of runners in scoring position. Not too bad, 274. Considering the team's average, when they get runners out there, they hit. It's a matter of getting runners out there.
3-1 pitch. Hit off the end of the bat to third. And Hayward retired, and not what you were trying to accomplish, especially when you got a 3-1 count.
Not a productive out there. You got to fight to get the ball to the right side and get Alex Gonzalez over to third base. And here's a pitch, really ball 4.
Yeah, it was.
And it was down in the zone and away. Not a productive out again from Jason Hayward.
Saw Romero breaking there off the mound toward third. First the pitch to Freeman. It's outside ball 1. Heads up play on his part, because with the runner at second and Nick's having to wait for that ball to be hit to him, Romero was going to hustle over and cover third. Make sure he was there in case Gonzalez tried to come over. Freddie pops it up but out of play. 1-1.
Freddie's just hitting 246 with runners in scoring position this year.
What you're trying to do if you were Jason Hayward is make it easy for the guy behind you to get that run.
That's right.
And Jason knows that. Look out. Plunked him with a breaking ball. If you're going to get hit, that's a pitch to get hit with. First and second, 1 out for Ugla.
Oh yeah, good breaking ball up in the zone, and Freddie, I don't blame him. He didn't want to get out of the way of that ball.
No.
Just let it tap you on the shoulder.
It's the 4th hit batsman for Romero, and he was mad at himself for letting that breaking ball get away. Ugla tonight has struck out. He's reached on an infield hit. A ball and no strikes. Ugla's single his last time up. That infield hit is just his 9th against left-handed pitchers for the year. Nice stop by the Blue Jays catcher. 2-0.
Good time to be patient here if you're Dan Ugla. Don't be afraid to take a strike.
And just because you're ahead in the count 2-0 doesn't mean he's going to give in. Throw you one right down the middle. Chopper to third, might be 2. Nick steps on the bag. Double play, inning over. That was perfect for Nix. He caught the ball right at the bag, and it's a 5-3 double play. And Dan Ugla hearing it from the fans. We go to the 7th, still scoreless. innings. Great pitching tonight so far by both Hudson and Romero. Top of the 7th inning. Time for our Sunshine House leaderboard. And for Major League ranks in these categories for Jose Bautista, there's a lot of ones up there.
Wow. This kid just turned his career around last year. He heard him scream all the way up here.
Breaking ball, similar to the one that hit Freddy Freeman. And a slower one for a strike. You know, you noticed something, Brian, before the game. We were looking at his numbers from a year ago. For a guy that hit 50 homers, drove in 124, he didn't strike out that much.
No, he sure didn't. 116 is not bad if you're going to hit 54 home runs and drive in 124. Take that all day long. And then this year, leading the league right now, or tied, 21 with 46 strikeouts. But he's hitting over 300.
Well over 300, but not here. 8th strikeout for Hudson. 15th Toronto Blue Jay. He is set down in order.
This is the old Tim Hudson back.
I'll say.
Keeping that ball down in the zone. He's keeping it away from right-handers.
And that's
good
a season.
sink.
Sorry, Brian. That's a season high in strikeouts. 8. His career high is 13. He did that last year against Florida. Adam Lind is a strikeout victim. He's also reached on an error. As they make a quick chat, a reminder, fans, make your plans today to take your family and friends to see the Braves this 4th of July weekend. See the top fireworks show in the Southeast presented by Publix and Captain America on Friday, July 1st and the 4th of July. One hopper to Alex. 2 out. And for the best seat location and ticket price, order in advance at Braves.com/tickets or call 1-800-745-3000.
That's the 7th ground ball to Alex Gonzalez tonight. Hit it there every time.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll take your chances there. 16 in a row set down by Tim. And here's Aaron Hill, who's fanned twice toward the hole. Diori again ranges to his left, sets and throws. Nice play. 7 pitches in that inning for Tim Hudson. A strikeout and 2 ground ball outs. Ross, McLouth, and Hernandez. All he wants is 1 run. No runs across. Bottom part of the order for the Braves against Ricky Romero. Time to answer our AT&T U-verse trivia question, which was since the beginning of last season. Who's the only player with more RBI than Jose Bautista? Who'd you say?
I said Mark Teixeira.
I'm going to go with Prince Fielder.
Ooh.
Neither one.
Oh, Miguel Cabrera. Wow.
You know what? He's one of the best hitters in the game.
He is.
In all aspects, and he's the guy that sometimes you just think of last because he's so good in all areas.
Yeah. Miguel Cabrera.
He's been playing for 10 years. I think he's now 22 years old.
He looks that young.
Yeah. David Ross has grounded out and walked. Braves got off to a good start last inning with a double by Gonzalez, but they couldn't get him over.
Well, Ricky Romero is at his best when he has runners out there at second base.
Hard hit toward the hole. Escobar diving stop to his feet. Strong throw, but it gets away and goes right through the entrance into the dugout. It missed the screen and went into the dugout, so Ross will get second base. And it'll be a hit and an error.
Great effort right there by you, Nell. Just getting to that ball. But a better effort by David Ross. Just hustled down the line. David Ross, he's pretty fast.
You know what? He moves better than you would think.
And he's smart. When he sees that third baseman playing back, he's not afraid to bunt that ball because he knows he has pretty good speed.
Nell turned, looked like he turned the wrong way.
Yeah, he did.
Turned away from his arm.
Uh-huh.
Well, that's just his 7th error of the year.
Great dive and stop, but like you said, he turned back inside.
Didn't have anything on that throw. Let's see if the Braves can get him over this time. Nate McLouth shows bunt. He's walked and flied out. He's also stolen a base. Another good opportunity here with the bottom of the order. Good job there. Showed bunt the first time, and then when Lynn came in close, he's swinging away and pulled it foul.
I was just about to say that, Joe. And I think Nate is a good enough hitter to square around if guys come charging in to just knock it through a hole. Why not take a chance?
Well, Lynn backs up now. More room to bunt if he wants. But he pulls it instead and does a great job. Ross to third. Great execution by Nate McLouth, and he'll get some high fives in the dugout.
That's right, getting the job done. Hits the ball. Looked like that ball was breaking away from him too, but he pulled that thing back into first base.
The infield will come in, and Deori Hernandez takes a look at Brian Snitker. Of course, the squeeze is always a possibility here, and Deori wants another look.
He grounded out to second base his first time up, and shortstop his second.
Looked like something he can elevate and hit a fly ball. And he bounces it off the plate to Escobar. Ross coming to the plate. The throw in time. David was going on contact, but he may have hesitated about halfway. Ross is out. Runner at first, 2 out.
You got to be patient in that situation. I mean, that's a fastball down, probably ball one. And Deori was just too aggressive.
Tim Hudson will try to help himself, and he sends a drive to deep left field. Patterson looks up. Are you kidding me?
Wow. What do you say, Joe? If my guys are not going to do it, I'll do it myself. And did you see the slow trot around the bases?
I did indeed. He knew it. The old Auburn Tiger.
Wow.
He was even pumping his fist before he got to first base.
You gotta love it.
His 1600th career strikeout tonight, his second career homer. This crowd wants a curtain call.
Oh, he deserves it.
Jordan Schaefer peppers the crowd again. There's the curtain call.
Second career home run.
Schaefer in the air to center. Hit pretty well, but Davis is there. But Tim Hudson put a charge in one and put a charge in this crowd. Took matters into his own hands. 2-0 Atlanta. Game. Gosh, guess what it is?
Look at Tim Hudson. Romero head straight down. He knew it. And Joe, how about the slow strides around the base? Look at Freddy Freeman. That's how you win your own game.
This has turned into an American Legion game. Guys throwing a one-hit shutout, hit a homer, and leads 2-0. He's retired 17 in a row. And the only hit belongs to this man, and that was Aaron Sevia's base hit in the second inning. He was the last man to reach.
That was the fourth pitch I've seen this game. Tim Hudson got up in the zone.
He's been masterful tonight.
He has been.
About to make his 80th pitch of the night, and we're in the 8th inning. Wow. He's used that pitch effectively tonight, too.
Yes, he has.
Curve.
And that's not a pitch that you usually see out of Tim Hudson. He's normally going with that hard slider.
Take another look at this, Brian, on that curveball. I want you to watch David Ross and how he just sits there and waits for the ball to come to his glove. It was pretty amazing. We'll get to it in just a second. I kind of threw a curveball myself to the truck. Now watch David's glove.
Oh man, just puts it right in his chest.
2-2. No, I'd try somebody else, really. That's 8 ground balls to Alex tonight. 18 in a row.
Tim is making Alex Gonzalez's job easy.
Romero is beside himself in the dugout. As Rajai Davis takes ball 1. In that one hitter on May 4th against the Brewers, Tim set down 27 of the 29 men he faced. He threw 27 of 29 first pitch strikes. 1-2 to Davis. But he did not have a run as long as this one in terms of consecutive hitters retired.
The thing that I like is no walks.
He had 17 in a row at one point. He's got 18 tonight. And a ground ball, Alex. Let's get the tape ready, and then we'll just punch that tape, and you can replay me saying that every time. 4 straight ground outs. Ground outs in all. And a pinch hitter for Knicks. And that's going to be Encarnacion, Edwin Encarnacion, the former Cincinnati Red. He's hitting .256, 2 homers, 12 RBIs.
This kid was a force with Cincinnati Reds. Played a good third base, good defensive third baseman, some power.
When Cincinnati had a chance to get Scott Rowland, they said, okay.
That's right.
Deal. And Juan Rivera, who has hit real well in this ballpark in his career in interleague play, has come out on deck to hit for Ricky Romero, who for the 8th straight game has pitched at least 7 innings. Right to Ugla, who had him positioned perfectly. And another ground ball out. 20 in a row set down by the home run hitter. bottom line kind of explains it all.
Dominance by Tim Hudson. Give Romero a lot of credit. I mean, he pitched a great game also. One mistake to the big man, Tim Hudson. Right here, fastball, inner half of the plate. And Tim Hudson looked like he knew what he was doing right here.
Oh, yeah.
I'm used to hitting home runs.
It was not a cheapie. Mike McCoy comes on to play third base, and there's a new pitcher on the mound as well for Toronto as we go to the bottom of the 8th, and it's Luis Perez in his 13th game. This guy started most of his career. Got a good sinker. And he'll work to Alex Gonzalez, who's been a busy man at shortstop tonight.
Right-hander see Perez pretty good. Hitting .341 off Perez this season.
2-0 to Alex, who's 1 for 3 tonight. He doubled leading off the 6th.
Alex is such a better hitter when he takes pitches early in the count and shows patience, good patience. Good swing.
I couldn't agree more, Brian. The longer his at-bats last, the better chance he has.
You're right.
But it seems like quite often when he does swing the first pitch, it's not a strike. He's chasing a bad ball.
And when he falls behind in the count, you know the curveball away is coming. Because that's what he struggles with late in the count.
And he's ahead here, 3-1. Ball 4. Perez walks his first batter. The line on Romero, 7 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs, both earned. He walked 2 and struck out 4. Hit a batter. It's the 11th home run he's allowed this year.
Left-handers hitting .189 off of Perez. $22,937 here tonight to see the gem being fashioned by Tim Hudson. Jason Hayward takes high and tight. Same spot, 2-0. Perez's fastball has a lot of sink to it.
He split time last year between AA and AAA. Went 5 and 6 in AA, 5 and 5 for Las Vegas. But his entire minor league career, 126 games, 118 starts coming into this season. 26 years old, out of the Dominican Republic. Well, I don't know what Aaron Sebia says to the pitchers, but he always gets good results.
He does. If I'm the hitter, every time he goes out there, I'm looking to swing at that next pitch.
You bet. 2-1 to first. It stays fair. Lind will go to second for an out. No chance to get the relay back in time. So Jason trades places with Alex and Freddy Freeman, the batter. Fans, join us at Swanee Town Center for our Game on the Green outdoor viewing party this Saturday, June 25th. Watch the Braves against the Padres on a giant 25-foot outdoor movie screen. Festivities begin at 6:30 p.m. with entertainment for the whole family. Visit Braves.com/Game on the Green. Presented by Sports South, 680 The Fan, Fox Sports South, and Rock 100.5 and Q100. An extra run would be nice to work with. See what the Braves have in mind here. With Jason at first base, he's 3 out of 4 in stolen bases.
Good time to take a chance if you're Jason Hayward.
Got a good
one
lead.
out.
Draws a throw.
Good one-way lead by Jason. Get a chance to take a look at Perez's move to first. Another big lead.
Freeman stepped out, called time. Freddy tonight has struck out, flied out. He was hit by a pitch. Chased a bad ball there. 0-1.
And that's what he was doing all early in the year. That inside pitch was a ball he was swinging at. And when he started hitting, he started taking those pitches, being patient.
That was the pitch that Jason took for ball 1 and ball 2. Runner goes. Bouncer foul. Don't know if that was a hit and run or a straight steal, but it's 0-2. I'm guessing a hit and run the way he was looking, would you say?
He got a good jump like he was stealing, but he kept looking in. Really surprised. 0-1 hit and run.
Now 1-2. Aaron Sebius threw out Schaefer in the take that back. Schaefer was picked off by the pitcher. Aaron Sebius so far on the year, not much luck throwing out base stealers, only 16%. Struck him out.
Just a fastball in the inner half, 93 miles an hour.
And John Farrell on his way to the mound with Dan Uggla due up.
Wow, he must not get the scouting report.
Yeah.
Dan Uggla struggles against left-handers.
That's
and
the
you're going
truth.
to bring a right-hander in.
He's got Sean Camp ready to go. He's going to bring him in to pitch to Uggla with 2 out in the 8th. He'll face a new pitcher, Sean Camp, who's on for his 31st game. There are his numbers. He had a stretch where he allowed runs in 4 straight contests, but since then he has not allowed a run in his last 3 outings. Left-handers hitting him at a .338 clip, right-handers .250. A lot of off-speed pitches from this guy. I don't want to say slower and slowest, but
Joe, I was a little surprised that Perez is out of the game with Ugla coming up to the plate and struggles off left-handers.
Yeah, Dan was 1 for 3 off Romero. That makes him 9 for 77 on the year against lefties. We'll see how it works out. See if Jason takes off again.
Quick move by Camp.
Not going, and a sinker misses low. Ball 1. Texas, I guess, was upset after losing to Atlanta yesterday. They went home. They lead Houston 7-0. Still batting in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Ball off Jay Happ. That was close to a ball. Again, took a little off and got Dan to chase 1-1.
Dan has to figure out the strike zone. He swings at a lot of bad pitches.
Good pitch to run on here. You're thinking the same thing.
Oh, I love it when the home fans are in the ball game.
Almost 23,000 here tonight. So not going, and a curveball missed. Camp's been around. He's 35 years old. Broke into the big leagues for the first time in 2004 with Kansas City. He's also pitched for Tampa Bay before making his way to Toronto. Spent 7 years in the minor leagues before his first call-up. There goes Jason. Pitch is outside, and Sevilla from his knees won't get it there in time. And Hayward has his 4th swipe.
Good pitch to go on right here. Off-speed pitch. Blowing away, and that was a tough throw right there. Tough ball to handle and throw. JP.
Well, despite the fact the Braves lead 2-0, they don't have a hit tonight with a runner in scoring position.
0-7. Runners in scoring position.
Breaking ball, one-handed to left field, but Patterson is there. And he'll make the catch for the out, and the inning is over. Braves leave a runner. We go to the 9th. Tim Hudson, a 1-hit shutout. He's retired 20 in a row. Pitcher spot, number 1 and then number 2 due up. He's looking for his 4th career one-hitter. And he has set down 20 in a row. And when Mike McCoy came on defensively in the 8th inning, he was plugged into the 9 spot. So he will lead off the 9th. McCoy, Escobar, and Patterson. Braves up 2-0. Hitting .224, a homer, 4 RBIs. He's been their jack of all trades, playing a lot of different positions this year. And Hudson falls behind 2-0.
That's been the first tonight. He's been ahead of just about every hitter he's faced tonight.
And 3-0. He had a 1-hit shutout against the White Sox back in 2000. Won that game 3-0. And he just walked McCoy to lead off the 9th. His first walk of the night. And Craig Kimbrell begins to loosen up now as a result, because the tying run comes to the plate. Yunel Escobar's grounded out 3 times tonight. All 3 times to Alex Gonzalez. And Roger McDowell will buy some time for Kimbrell in case he's needed. His second 1-hit shutout came while pitching for Atlanta in 2006 against Colorado. He also drove in a run in that game and beat them 2-0. And then the one we were talking about earlier on May 4th here at Turner Field, second game of a doubleheader, he shut out Milwaukee 8-0. 12 career shutouts, 24 complete games on his ledger. But he's got 3 outs to get. And that's 5 in a row that have missed.
We'll take another ground ball to shortstop by Escobar. It's 3 tonight.
We know 2 for his last 15. There's a strike. 1-1. Back through the middle. Alex diving stop. Can't make a play, and thought he might deke McCoy. But it'll be an infield hit for Escobar, and the tying run's aboard. And that's going to do it for Hudson. Freddy Gonzalez out of the dugout. And Tim upset with himself, mostly about the 4-pitch walk to McCoy, but he is going to get one big hand here from this crowd of just under 23,000.
Well deserved.
brilliant effort tonight. Not only did he pitch great, allowing only 2 hits, 1 walk, each strikeouts, he had a 2-run homer tonight. Here's our AT&T call to the bullpen, and of course, in this situation, it goes to Craig Kimbrell, who picked up his 19th save yesterday against Texas. He has struck out more batters than any other major league reliever. And Corey Patterson, the batter, shows bunt, throw down to second, and McCoy has to dive back. Patterson has struck out and grounded out twice, 0 for 3. They want to bunt the potential tying runs into scoring position for Bautista, who's on deck. Popped up a 96 fastball and out of play, 0-2.
How about, speaking of Craig Kimbrell, the most saves by a National League rookie before the All-Star break in 19.
Going for number 20. Let's see how the Blue Jays play it here. 0-2 to Patterson. Swinging. Oh.
Wow. Where is that pitch?
There's no way that missed the plate. That crossfire from the right-hander. 1-2. 2-2.
You can't miss that pitch in the ninth inning.
No, you can't. All Tim Hudson can do is become a cheerleader now. 2-2. Took a little off, struck him out. Big out there.
Nasty slider by Kimbrell. Here comes Jose Bautista. He's reached base safely in 24 consecutive games. 0 for 3 tonight so far.
Takes one off the plate. 1-0 at 97. 56 strikeouts now for Kimbrell in 36 and a third innings. Tying runs aboard, 1 out.
Don't want to make a mistake to this man.
1-1. Blue Jays had 2 men reach in the second inning on an error and a base hit. Those were the last base runners for them until this inning, when McCoy reached on a 4-pitch walk and Escobar had an infield hit. 1-1. Breaking ball, strike 2.
Oh, that was an excellent pitch. Started way in and broke across the plate.
Made him flinch a little bit. Ahead in the count, 1-2. Strike 3 call. Jose Bautista out of there. 2 down.
And his streak is over. Of 24 consecutive, reaching base 24 consecutive games. Well, the game is not over. I can't say that too quick.
But hopefully close. Adam Lind is 0 for 3. Reached on an error in the second. He was struck out and grounded out. But as we told you earlier tonight, he has been red hot. Slider, swing and a miss.
That's a good first pitch. Good call by Rossi.
David Ross had a good night behind the plate. 2 out, 2 on, 2-0 Atlanta. Nice block by Ross. That one was in the dirt, well out in front of the plate. 1-1.
Sacrificing your body.
That one right in the solar plexus. Good speed aboard for the Blue Jays. McCoy and Escobar. The 1-1. A little low 2-1. Braves outfielders are deep, trying to prevent any extra base hits. There's a big crowd on their feet. They've been treated to a beautiful game by the Braves. They just need one more out. Swing and a miss. Another slider, 2-2.
Got to stay right there with that slider.
Off the thumbs, foul.
98-mile-an-hour fastball.
Can't believe it didn't break his bat.
Fastball started in and is coming back across the plate.
Yeah, it was. Too much. Craig ready and a 2-2. Ball game! Craig Kimbrell struck out the side. And Tim Hudson with a beautiful two-hitter tonight and a 2-run homer to boot. The Braves take the first of this 3-game series and shut out a good-hitting Toronto ball club. 2-0 the final. One without a little excitement in the ninth, though, as Craig Kimbrell comes in and strikes out the side. Back with more right after this.